One of the top 20 places to surf in the world.
Reclining.
My favorite part.
What a great way to check the surf.
Third oldest settled community in the state.
Patrice's first rocket
Oh,
launch.
I got
The crew of
goosebumps.
Artemis 2 now bound for the moon.
Here to the Indian River Oyster Company.
Can't get any fresher. My mouth just watered.
I mean, it's like a vegetable.
Poolside vibe.
New Smyrna, right there.
Kevin, in 1768, Dr. Andrew Turnbull came here and settled a British colony with about 1,500 people. And he liked it so much that he named it after his wife's hometown in Turkey.
I didn't know that. I only know this small beachside community being located just south of Daytona Beach and just north of Cape Canaveral, Florida.
Well, it's also been named one of the top 20 places to surf in the world.
Oh yeah, I knew that, but thanks, I forgot my surfboard. But there are plenty of other things for us to do here. It was real easy for us to get here. We took Interstate 4 East, took the State Road 44 exit, right into New Smyrna Beach.
I love that we're staying off the beach out here in the woods.
It's old Florida out here, but very close to all the different activities in town. Take your next left-hand turn. This week we're staying at the New Smyrna Beach RV Park.
Break out the clam diggers. You ready to go unhook?
I am. I still can't believe it's been 15 years for us to get a tow vehicle.
I know, and these last 5 have been glorious.
To think that Blue Ox is celebrating 100 years this year is unbelievable.
I know. 4th generation, family owned, made in Pender, Nebraska, made right here in the USA. Makes me proud.
Freedom to explore.
After we got the tote unhooked and camp set up, it was a wonderful campsite, number P6, under a big oak tree.
Patrice, I don't want to leave the awning out while we're gone, so I'm going to pull her in. You about ready to go?
I am. Just covering our last chair. Perfect timing.
All right, let's go.
Ready for the sunset.
I am.
It was time to go downtown and unwind.
I brought you to downtown New Smyrna here to Riverside Park for sunset. What do you think?
I think it's beautiful, and I think you know the way to my heart after a long drive, getting some steps in, and then feeding me dinner. And I know, downtown, somewhere around here, this is why I don't navigate. But we get to see that and learn the history. It's very artsy, I heard.
Yes, and I got a little more history for you tomorrow. I think you're going to be excited about that as well.
Very nice.
Well, the beach is just east of here. I've got that scheduled for later in the week, and hopefully I got a little bonus for you that I think you're going to be real excited about.
Sounds intriguing.
Yeah.
Make tonight something beautiful. We both know it's all mine and yours. Make tonight something better than anything ever felt before.
I've lived in Florida for quite a while because of you. As we keep setting out and discovering little places, I'm learning a lot, and I like all these different areas.
I think you're going to like it here.
I can see why.
Patrice, today I'm taking you to see a whole new perspective of New Smyrna Beach. Are you ready?
I'll be ready in 3, 2, 1. Get it?
blast off. We woke up on day 2 and it was time for us to get an elevated view of this beautiful coastline.
This is officially called the Ponce de Leon Inlet Lighthouse Museum. The lighthouse itself was completed back in 1887. It was lit for the first time on November 1st, and it served as an activated navigation that was managed and operated by the U.S. Lighthouse Service and later by the U.S. Coast Guard up until 1970 when it was decommissioned. As soon as you walk through the picket fence, you're kind of being transported back to the 1880s. Our lens exhibit building houses one of the largest collections of historic Fresnel lenses in the country on public display. So this really large rotating lens, this is the first order rotating lens that was originally installed in the Cape Canaveral Lighthouse, which is 45 miles to the south of us. It's really important for us to maintain the historic integrity of the site because our light station is so unique. And it's important for us to preserve this history and pass it on to future generations.
Well, we thank you for your time.
All right, you're welcome.
You ready to go climb?
I am.
All right, let's go. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Are you ready for this one?
I am.
Breakfast of champions.
Good thing I got some protein bowls. Here we go.
Oh my God, look at this. Oh, this is good. Let's
Are we
go.
climbing?
We climbing.
I love the stairwells too, how they do it. I've become somewhat of a lighthouse aficionado.
Yeah, you're a pro.
No, we've just done quite a few. I love how they're all similar but yet different. I can see all the way out there.
The thing that makes us unique is we're the second tallest brick lighthouse in the country, second only to Cape Hatteras, the tallest lighthouse in Florida. In addition to that, we are the largest fully intact light station in the country.
Oh, there's a little breeze right there. Oh, my favorite part. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, look at this.
Oh, what a great way to check the surf.
What direction is that?
That's north, that's Daytona Beach.
Okay, and we're down here.
Yeah, let's go that way.
Okay. Oh, this is beautiful.
This is the tip of Smyrna right here.
Okay,
And this is Ponce Inlet. This is the break right there at the jetty.
where the sharks hang out.
There are some sharks out there, yes there are.
Man, it's beautiful over here too.
Yeah, this is the intercoastal waterway, and it goes all the way north and heads all the way south.
I like being in a lighthouse too because you get a 360 view of the area and it's just wonderful. You can't come to a place like New Smyrna Beach and not get your toes in the sand.
It was time for me to take Patrice to see something she's never seen before. So I brought you down here to New Smyrna Beach. Your first time seeing a rocket launch. We're gonna see the Artemis 2 go up. What are you feeling?
Never have I ever seen a launch. I can't believe we're here in Smyrna when this big bad boy's going up.
Yep.
And I get to be with you on the beach. I can't wait.
And here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7. RS 25 engines lit. 4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition. And liftoff.
There it goes, there it
Artemis
goes.
2 now bound for
Oh
the
my
moon.
gosh.
Humanity's next great voyage begins.
That's insane.
Look at that. Patrice's first rocket
Oh,
launch.
I got goosebumps.
pitch.
On time, passing 30 seconds until the flight's
Yee-hoo.
It just detached. Oh, it left, yeah.
So what do you think of your first rocket launch?
I got goosebumps the whole entire time. I want to know how they're doing. I want to know when they get there. Text me when you get there. Amazing.
Dude, that was incredible.
Makes you so proud to be an American.
Patrice, I've got the awning in. You about ready to go downtown today?
I am. I'm excited. It's a little artsy-fartsy town, and I'm feeling a little fartsy myself. One of my favorite things about RVing is learning the local history. So we were heading to downtown to meet a local historian and walk the streets. Man, what a perfect day.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Hi there.
Welcome to the New Smyrna Museum of History and New Smyrna Beach. My name's Greg Holbrook. I'm the executive director here at the New Smyrna Museum of History. This is the third oldest settled community in the state. It was a community for 50 years before Florida becomes a state. So the evolution of the state literally plays out in the lives of the people who are trying to live here along the coast. Let's take a walk through this downtown district and take a look at some of the older aspects of New Smyrna.
My favorite.
Love it. Let's go.
You show us the way.
We're actually in the historic Canal Street Business District here in New Smyrna. It's called Canal Street because we're literally standing on top of what was a historic canal that was established back in the late 1700s as part of that agricultural settlement that created the community. And by the time Henry Flagler buys a small existing rail line and then builds his main railway depot directly to our west, it becomes apparent to the citizens that this needs to be the main business district, and they start working on the city to get them to cover this canal. They put a sidewalk over top and create the formal business district that you see today. Most of these buildings dating back to the 1920s. Over the years, it has evolved into being a craft brewery, restaurants, art galleries, and just a lot of shopping. Our museum is in this walkable business district, and so there are so many great things to see and encounter here, and places to have lunch when you come down and explore. And you're just a few blocks from crossing over the drawbridge onto Flagler Avenue, which is, of course, our tourist and shopping and dining district that's right onto the beach. I mean, that road literally dead ends onto the sand. You can drive right onto the beach at that location. New Smyrna has the biggest small town story in the state of Florida.
Greg was full of information and some great recommendations. We worked up a thirst, so we were headed to the Sugarworks Distillery. Are you thirsty?
Yeah, I've been saying that all day.
All right, here we go.
Sugar.
We are at Sugarworks Distillery, New Smyrna Beach, Florida. We make spirits. We make everything from vodkas to moonshines to bourbons to agave spirit. We can't call it tequila. We focus really on Florida ingredients, and our branding is all Florida. And behind the wall is our still area where we ferment and we distill, and everything kind of goes on just in this little area here. We're a little small, but we make good stuff, and it's a lot of fun.
So I know you have exotic, different flavors.
We do.
What do you recommend? Top three.
Here's what I recommend. See Tyler.
I got something special for you guys today, man. The first one I like to call the chlorophyll, and it is a Finn's sugarcane vodka base. We're gonna do a 2-ounce pour of this. And that was some fresh squeezed lime juice too. We're gonna use a little bit of simple syrup, and then my homemade celery bitters, just a couple drops. And then we're gonna add some fresh green bell pepper and a nice little sprig of basil. We're gonna give this a light muddle to release the oils in the pepper and the basil. Give it a nice shake.
I love even the jars
I know.
Yeah.
that everything's in.
When you come in here, everything that goes into your glass is going to be made here. And it's something that's kind of unique, and I think that it becomes an experience for people.
Pretty little bell pepper garnish, and one more spritz of rose water on top.
And what is the name of this, Tyler?
This is the chlorophyll.
The
Chlorophyll.
Yes.
Nice pale green.
Beautiful.
Oh my goodness, that smells delicious. My mouth just watered.
I mean, it's like
Super
a vegetable.
light, poolside vibes, you know what I mean?
Wow, that is a palate cleanser.
Yes.
Don't you just feel like you took a lap around the pool?
Absolutely.
Look
Yeah,
at this.
look at
I
this.
mean, you can't beat Florida right there. New Smyrna right there.
What a way to
Bam.
celebrate spring. Kevin, you know, my favorite part of RVing is shopping local, getting local ingredients. I get to travel with it.
And today I've got a special farm for you.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna go get my stuff.
All right, let's go. This place is surrounded by saltwater. So today we were headed to see the conservation efforts that they've got going on.
We're here at the Marine Discovery Center in a really special place we call our Paradise Parking Lot. The Marine Discovery's got 3 pillars: education, conservation, exploration. This particular space is unique in that it was the old high school. So converting the old senior parking lot into a living shoreline, into an opportunity for access for kayaking right behind me. And really just demonstrating to the public what we can do as a community to improve shorelines, improve habitat, and improve access to the lagoon. We call it hands-on feet wet. So we can talk to you about it all day, but we want you to come here. We want you to experience it. We want you to get all your senses engaged, whether it's on a kayak program or one of our dolphin discovery tours on our 40-foot vessel, one of our many programs, or maybe helping us out with a restoration project like this.
So Tess, we're back here at the Marine Discovery Center. So what are we doing back here?
Right now, we are at the multi-species nursery system. So we are standing at the clam tanks right now. These clam tanks house little baby clams all the way up to larger clams that will eventually go out to restoration sites and help filter that water and add richness to the system, wonderful habitat health. We are focused on oyster modules. We are focused on native plants behind them to kind of create this comprehensive approach and mirroring nature.
Every time you order oysters in a restaurant here, it comes to this program.
They don't throw them away, they reuse them.
Yeah, you're contributing.
We really think that involving those community members and training people to take that data really helps them have a better respect for the system.
Oh, I love them.
So when you're coming here and you're spending your dollars, you know, whether you're a visitor or as a resident, you're helping support our efforts to help protect this incredible resource behind me.
After learning all about the clam and the oyster projects, we decided to go meet a local farmer and check out his oyster farm.
I've been looking forward to this all week.
Now you get to go on the water.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Patrice.
Hey, I'm Ryan.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Ryan. I'm Kevin.
Nice to meet you, Kevin. Y'all ready to go oyster farming?
I am.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's go. I've been farming oysters since 2017, and this is one of my 2 leases I have. This is 2.5 acres, and we have roughly 3,000 bags out here. Then I have another lease about a half mile south of here, that's 5 acres. In essence, what we do is we start out with roughly 5,000 to 10,000 oysters in a bag. And as we run them through the tumbler, this tumbler here, we separate them out. So that density goes from like 5,000 to 10,000, down to 500, down to 250, down to 150, down to 100. And that's the last stage before they go to market and we sell them. Size is one big factor to it. When you have an oyster, you want the cup filled in at the top. It shows that it's a really healthy and meaty oyster. We're always taste testing every day.
Ryan, show us what you're doing there.
So we flip the bags. So we piggyback these. So we line it up with the other bag. You flip it up and you make sure the oysters are spread out there. So that way they can all dry, and all this is going to dry off here, all this algae on the outside, and that's what keeps the oysters clean and healthy.
Learning where we get our food from is what it's all about. And being here in New Smyrna and seeing the Indian River Oyster Company at work, I mean, this is really cool.
Absolutely. And when you see that there's fresh oysters, local oysters on the menu, order them. You're supporting a business like this, an estuary like this, and they're pretty tasty too.
We always encourage all the restaurants we sell to recycle the shells. And Marine Discovery Center is the one that locally does them in Volusia County. They take it back there and they have a whole process they go through. That way they can bring the shells back out here and that helps rebuild the natural beds.
Here's to the Indian River Oyster Company. We love what you do, man.
Cheers.
Ooh, that is good. That
Salt.
is briny.
So good.
Can't get any fresher. Where's the beer?
Yeah. Ah, look at you. A little bit of sauce, a little bit of lemon, a little bit of horseradish.
Oh yeah.
Patrice, this week we have had conservation, we've had history.
Libation, local flavors. This is not your ordinary beach town.
Here's to New Smyrna Beach.
Yeah.